just a
A
hair
universal
too quick,
constant.
Robo.
There was
said titties.
titties,
Yep.
and
Just so
now we
butts.
have to do the
Titties.
Thank you, April.
Butts.
That was
Butts.
obligatory.
There you go.
Butts. Sorry.
But
I got excited.
But to the tune of shots. Butts.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. We clearly missed you. It's been a minute since we have been on the stream. We have missed you all, but listen, life gets in the way with scheduling, and hey, health and all of that comes first. But we are so happy to be back with a full cast. And yeah, so just thank you so much for your patience. If you don't know this, I'm your storyteller, D&D Lee, joined by this absolutely phenomenal cast. First off, a very special thank you to our sponsor and affiliation, Found Familiar. Make sure to use D&D Lee and AmpistranoDND when you check out for a percentage off your purchase, as it does help to support the cast. Also, oh yeah, no, I took that out and kept reading. Anyways, we have a couple quick announcements before we dive into today's episode. But before we do so, let's go around, since it's been a minute, say who you are and who you are playing today, along with any announcements you may have. And I'm going to jump over to Dimples first.
Hello, it's me, Dimples. Oh wait, no, that's not mine. Hello, it's me, Dimples and Dice, aka the Moist Heat, the dampest of daddies. I am here to play Captain Draven Tideborn, and of course, Cribble! We are both he/hims. You could find me around the internet as Dimples and Dice. And if you say the word moist 3 times in the mirror, I may or may not show up. If I don't show up, something drippy will happen to you. That's all I got. Hi.
Thanks. I hate it. I hate it, but I missed you, Dimples. Let's jump over to Sid.
Hello, my name is Robo Goblin Boyfriend 13. I am playing Blackstone today. You're a resident they, but other pronouns are fine. Automaton, I believe, is what we're called in this universe. And just your resident Sunflower resident doing the things and hoping that my notes are correct, because we got stuff to do today and I don't remember what they are.
Incredible. Robo.
Jordan, add drippy to my lines and veils, please. Thank you.
Got it.
Hello, it's me, Robo Goblin. You can find me everywhere at TTRPKFSNG, and today I'll be playing Toby, he/him. My pronouns are any and L pronouns, and I'm excited to be here.
Woo! And April.
Hi, hello. I am April. April Raygun on the internet. I hate everything going on in our Zoom chat right now, and it has completely derailed me. I think I'll play Aurea, but currently I am a nice little potted hibiscus plant.
Yeah. And last but not least, we have Fair.
Hi, I'm Farron. I'll be playing Theodora Shadesun, your Battle Master Fighter. Our pronouns are she, her.
Amazing. As a reminder, we use safety tools and content warnings throughout each game of Ampistrano, including doing multiple check-ins. As a content warning for this episode, we have deep and dark bodies of water, heightened levels of stress, descriptions of injured and slain individuals, ghosts, existential crises, complex and complicated relationships, and romance? ? We at the Haven and Vale want you to be safe. If you need to step away, please do. You and your safety matter. Congrats to all the nominees and winners of the Crit Awards last night. We were honored to have been a finalist among some truly incredible creators and folks in the space. Please go and check them out. I believe they've been listing everything on their Twitter. And go check out the VOD. We do have some exciting news, though. We recently announced as well that we are in New Jersey Web Fest under 2 categories, Best Overlay and Best Ensemble. Again, congratulations to all the nominees, and thank you so much for being a part of this journey. Now, you're going to notice some new things happening during today's game. I've been at work amongst job applications and such with trying to find ways to make our game a little bit more interactive. So, there is a bingo card that you can play, and you can already mark off a space because Moist is on the bingo card. So you can go and play along with us.
Wait. I have to interrupt you for a second.
Yeah.
On the bingo card, you didn't put Moist right in the middle as like a freebie?
No.
Because, like, what the fuck?
That's necrotic damage to everybody. I'm not doing that. So it'll randomly appear for some. So, so if you would like to play along with us, we'll be having that going on now for each of our games. It'll regenerate. I'll be adding more as we find more things. I think I literally have on there like whenever Aurea poofs or potted plants. I have when cheesecakes mentioned. There's a bunch. So there's something for each of the cast members in there as hidden gems, just to kind of have some fun.
So just so we're clear, we already got 3 on lock because Aurea is a potted plant currently.
I already mentioned that I am a plant.
Yeah,
Voice
exactly.
has been said.
You already got 3 possibilities. So I mean,
And honestly,
Yeah,
I'm
this is-
gonna put down will they, won't they, because you put romance question mark
Romance
in the
question
lines
mark?
and veils.
Where is that? I want to see that.
so it's in the
there
we just popped it
price?
into the Twitch chat. So yeah, it'll regenerate each week. I'll be adding more as we go. As well as during our break, because we've been changing up some things as well. We now have trivia. So I've been going through a bunch of stuff and working with our lore keeper team to come up with some awesome questions like, what's the name of Diodora's link dog? What, a ton of other questions as well. I won't say what, but the answers are very easy to find if you've been watching us, whether you're new or you're returning. Yes, Fair.
Y'all should know this is news to all of us.
I wanted it to be a surprise.
We're like, what?
What is-
Also, I will 100% rig this game. If you want to win bingo, just send me a little bribe. I am on your team.
I think literally one of those spots is gravity is in use or something like that. Like I
Honestly,
had fun making it.
I will force everything on that card for the right price.
Same, honestly. Yeah, hit me up. My Cash App is $Fairbear.
So just wanted to try and find some unique and fun ways that we all can kind of interact with all of you and vice versa. So if you do get bingo, yell bingo in chat and we will celebrate. Down the line, we might have prizes, but for now, we're going to celebrate the wins and the chaos from that. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned at the break because I believe it's 12 questions that'll be kind of going on too. Let's see. We are also very happy to be part of the Courageous for Palestine event that Robo has put together. Our family that we've been matched up with is the Quran family, who are trying to flee Gaza in order to start over in Seattle. They are almost at the 50K goal, but every little bit helps. If you cannot give, please retweet the GoFundMe link. Other ways that you can support us is by checking out our TikTok, our YouTube, and our Patreon, as well as our socials. If you check us out on Patreon and back us there, you'll get a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff, including a one-shot where the cast is going to do a battle royale. There are Q&As and playlists is what I was trying to say. There's a ton of stuff. Go check out our Patreon. But special thank you to Sphinx7, Fluffy Snowfall, Chris Gideon, Buzz Lightyear, and Lily42 for your support. All right, I think that is it. But before we dive in fully, I want to say a quick shout out to Wes for updating our brand new opening that we have for today's episode as well. Because
We have a new opening too?
yeah. I've been busy, even
Whoa.
though we've been off,
Where
I've
are
been
we?
busy.
Yeah.
Where are we?
We have a new opening. So, without further ado, let us go beyond the veil of Ampistrano.
Oh, that's not during this.
Boop,
Oh, sorry.
boop, ba-doo-doo. Ba-dum-ba-dum.
God damn it.
Welcome to the ADHD corner. So everybody, let me go ahead and start off this music. Let's see. Let's go with that one. So, when last we left our adventurers, the group was able to unlock 2 intricately shut and locked doors using the powers of the shift weave and fairy magic, which led to a massive crystalline chamber. Underneath a skylight in a crystalline case is an armor along with a scroll with a silver ribbon wrapped around its center. The enclosure holding the armor, however, shattered upon contact as a large spectral spiritual dragon and several ghosts, remnants of the past, appeared that all had apparently been corrupted in some way, shape, or form. Toby acted quickly, using healing to release the dragon at least from the corruption, before the group began dividing, trying to handle multiple situations all at once. Blackstone found a strange stone pin trying to be placed upon them. Oria became a potted plant. Theodora began crystal traveling as Toby began healing, and Draven worked to ensure that everyone had backup. And that is where we pick up. Can everyone please roll D100 for me, please?
Jordan's already starting off with some bullshit. Okay.
That what level I am now? 26? I accept. Thank you.
No.
6? Holy fuck.
24.
Blackstone, you're 54 now. You're going to be
So-
unstoppable.
So what I want here is whatever the highest number is, everybody gets to add that to their HP total permanently.
Oh, no, I support that as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we
that's
all
more
get
than-
81
more.
extra HP. I'll take it.
That
Thank
is
me for
currently-
being me.
That is more than my max. I will accept.
Okay, so Oreo with a 26.
We're negotiators.
No, we just have a cruel and unusual
Punishment.
punisher.
Interestingly enough, because I don't think this is going to work anyways, you are stunned for 1 turn, which you're a potted plant, so it does nothing to you. So you're a potted plant. You're good. 24 with Theodora. Can you roll D8 for me, please?
It's always fun when you're just like, roll a dice. Wait, roll another dice.
Literally, I
5.
have like my little sheet that's like, okay, please have them roll this, and it folds out to like more info.
I think good will come of this.
Yeah, no. I level up 5 times.
5 little doggies.
Yeah, you can roll a D8.
I did. I said 5.
Oh, I didn't hear the 5, so I apologize. So I was like, oh man, we're waiting. Okay, so with a 5, on your next attack, you can add a +5 to the damage.
Oh, hell
On
yeah.
the first attack, that is it. But yes, you can do that. Blackstone with a 54. Can you roll a D20 for me?
That's a 16.
16. Okay. You, at this time, you had been kind of running, trying to give yourself as much distance between you and the other, the ghosties that had kind of been just beelining for you at this time. As your feet move across the floor, you find that they are stuck, that the ground and crystal kind of tiles around this chamber seem to almost melt for a second, turning into like mud, quicksand. You are not going to be able to move for the next 2 turns. Toby with the 53. Can you roll a d10 for me, please?
Uh-oh. 3.
3. Okay. You get 15 spirit points healed back. As you feel as you've been trying to connect with the different crystals around this chamber, trying to connect with them in some capacity, perhaps even seeing what Deodora is doing with her, just kind of focusing in, you're able to connect for a moment, and a wave of healing re-energizes you, reinvigorates you. So yes, you do have those spirit points back. Let's see, 81. Okay, Draven, can you roll a d6 for me?
I got a 6.
6. Okay. You are able to see invisibility for the next 24 hours. All right. Next up with that is the dragon, which at this time has kind of been like trying to also distance itself from the ghosties and has been trying to go around and heal the different portions of crystals lining the chambers. Toby, can you roll a perception check for me, please? And Draven, can you also?
11.
11.
$24.
24. You blink and it's like the world expands for you, Draven. You start to see kind of attached to everyone as they're moving. It's like you're seeing spirit actually active. Everyone's kind of auras, if you want to imagine it that way. Their energies moving off, this invisible force that always seems to be attached to them. Toby with their teal energy. The dragon, which has this pure kind of white energy that seems to be, and you can kind of see it as it's kind of focusing in on the crystal, and you see these kind of shock waves of like dark lightning kind of shifting and moving around. Hang on, I'm gonna mute Tipples real quick. I just love it wasn't just me. It wasn't just me. I was like, wait, am I hearing something? Anyway.
For a split second, I was like, why did I just get so angry out of nowhere?
You see this dark kind of lightning moving around the crystal as it seems the balance of it, the purification of it, the removal of the corruption seems to be losing the battle. And you can see that it's starting to change the dragon back to the way it was when you first started this fight. As the corruption seems to be taking hold.
Do I see any way to stop it?
Sorry, you cut out for a second. What was that?
I said, do I see any way to stop it?
The way
Slow
that you were able to kind of stop it before was through basically healing magic, which Toby was able to use. At this time, there's no other way, I would say, that you've been able to kind of tell, other than the sheer will of this dragon who had already been kind of fighting the corruption already, the willpower. That's why it seems to have been just focusing solely on getting these crystals all back to the way that they are supposedly should be.
I will just go, Toby! Grebel! Heal the dragon.
Okay. Let's see. Toby, can you make a dexterity savings throw?
Oh my God, Jordan. Stop it. 16.
16. I'm going to say that you have just enough time that Draven yells this, that you're kind of like, what? That you see and hear reverberating around this chamber, the dragon roaring as it kind of wrenches its head from the crystal. Its kind of spectral white body, which had kind of been phasing in and out, becoming grayed. You have seen a similar transformation to this before. Way back in Illipin, as the corruption is taking hold and festering. And at that time, you just have enough of a moment to kind of sidestep as a blast of energy from this dragon is released. You are going to take 6 force damage, though, as you're kind of shoved up against the wall. Okay. Next, we move to Deodora. Draven, you're on deck.
Okay, last time I checked, I was inside the crystal that the dragon was also trying to destroy.
Correct. And in there was an individual with a who seemed to have been at this time kind of just maneuvering around, had the dragon almost chained up. And the dragon had been kind of pulling away, fighting back. But you see inwardly that corruption taking hold.
Okay. And I have a bunch of little buddies with me right now.
You too. You got a bunch of little blink dogs that were
Okay.
helping bite the shit out of this motherfucker.
And Sparky's still with Blackstone.
Yes.
So Sparky's just gonna use the help action to help Blackstone try to get out of this rock shit. And I guess I'm just gonna attack this dude. Dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit.
And then, so then a 24 will also hit. No, 22, sorry, will also hit. Okay. What does my damage do again?
So you have a +5.
Oh, actually hit for more than that.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
You have a +5 on your first hit that you can do for damage.
Yep. I'm just rolling all of my damage at once. (13 + 15) 28. 28 damage.
Yeah, 28. Sorry, I'm slow with math. I'm not a math guy.
I'm not either, but somehow I could do. I don't know how I managed to do it.
I was like, I think it's 28, but I doubt myself. Yeah, it's 28. Okay.
Yeah.
28. All right. And what does it look like as you're attacking this individual?
I think it's just me and all the blink dogs just going at him. The blink dogs are biting at his ankles, I guess, or his knees. I don't know how big they are. And then I'm just hacking away, trying to get it away from the chains that it's trying to put onto the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hitting, slicing at him, but also trying to push him back away from
Sure.
the heart of this dragon.
In this crystalline vision, as each of the hits happen, you see flashes of what almost seems like memory. Can you make a shift weave roll?
Okay, I got a +4 to that. That went flying. 21.
21. It's like possibly what Deodora imagines when others open a book or a notebook and it's just an onslaught of memories, senses, descriptions, places, feelings, all just slam into you of a different time, a different place. You feel at times mad, angry, and then there's moments of happiness. But kind of underlying under all of this, and it seems to be amplified, is this feeling of being trapped, of being stuck, of having to adhere, disregarding your own self for the sake of responsibility. I'll let you interpret how Theodora interacts with that. That is oppressive.
I think it's just immediate frustration. Like, she's dealt with this a lot in her life. Just first, and to some extent, she like didn't necessarily disagree, but like when she was growing up, wanting to do her own thing, but being told like, you have to, help everybody else before you help yourself and things like that, and like being told, no, you're too small, you need to like stay behind, let other people do things. And then she left home and joined this like military unit, thinking it would be different because it's something that she wanted to do, and it was kind of just more of the same in a different way. And yeah, people saw her as an individual, but those were few and far between.
And that, from what I'm interpreting and what I'm hearing, spurs Theodora forward, enhances these hits even further, empowers
I think
you.
it just makes her a little spiteful and petty.
Yeah.
Like that frustration, she doesn't just sit with it. She uses it to fuel her and become something more fruitful than just weighing her down.
Yeah. I love that. And that's what we see in this crystalline chamber. Is there anything else you wish to do at this time, Theodora?
Nope, that's my turn.
Okay. The camera pulls out of the crystal that Theodora is focusing in on at this time, this vision that is happening. And we shift over to Draven. Then it is the ghosties and Blackstone. You're on deck.
All right, I'll start off with Cripple. Because Cripple heard Draven go, hey, kill the dragon. He's like, you don't have to yell about it. I understand when you say it, just regular sounds. And so I'm going to do a heal wounds. Yes, cure wounds.
Okay.
We're gonna cast a cure wounds on this guy. 2. For 16
Okay. 16 healing.
HP.
Okay.
Yep. And what bad guys are still left out here? Some the ghosts, right?
Yep, there are 3 ghosties that are still a distance away because Blackstone literally like got out of dodge, but they like seem at the ready to beeline again. And you see at this time Blackstone is currently kind of stuck, trying to move forward, seems to be stuck in the floor.
What kind of distance we talking?
So Blackstone to you is about 10 feet. The ghosties are further back about 30.
So I can get a ghost. But okay. Trying to see if this. I don't know if that works that way. This you can move up to 30 feet, but it doesn't say you can move if you're stuck. All right, fuck it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Blackstone and I'm going to see if I can pick him up out of the stone.
Okay, why don't you make a strength check?
Pick them up.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Can I use athletics?
I'll allow it.
Oh, shit. Might use inspiration on this.
Also, your mic is fluctuating.
I just because I'm looking away from my mic.
Got it.
Let's do that. 17.
17. Okay. It's almost like it's almost like the floor is pulling against.
Can't have him!
You're able to get Blackstone out, but it's almost like quicksand as immediately Blackstone starts to almost sink again.
No, so the idea, he's only 10 feet away from me. Can I move him away? Because with a grapple,
yes,
that also gives me some
that's what I was
spacing.
getting at. Yes, you're kind of dragging him along, and the mud seems to be caked to your feet. Blackstone not giving way, so your movement is going to be more difficult as you go forward.
Okay.
But you
now that
are no longer stuck. So
pull Blackstone out, move him 5 feet out of whatever this is, and then I am going to use my last battle die
okay.
and give Blackstone that. Hey, you're not stuck anymore. Fuck something up. So you can attack or you can move.
You're muted, Sin.
Okay, I think that's like a normal weapon attack, right?
Correct.
Okay. That is a 27 to hit.
Okay. With a 27, yes, you do hit.
Okay. Okay, that is... Hold on, I don't know what kind of damage this thing does. Okay, so this does 6 damage.
Okay. And which one are you targeting?
There are 3 of them. I guess it is the one that looks like it's taken the most damage so far, but I have no idea how I'm going to assess that.
Okay. There's one that's still slightly flaming from like the massive flame spell that was released a little bit ago. You can still see it's kind of clinging to like the cloaks of this revenant. Kind of every now and then it almost looks like fog and mist. That one, we'll call that one number 3 of them. That one looks like it has taken the most damage, but is still up at this time.
Okay, then the flaming one it is.
Okay. All right. And is what are you hitting this thing with?
The upgraded short bow from Felk.
What was that? I'm sorry.
The upgraded short bow from Felk.
Got it. Good question, Robot. I will get back to that in a moment. It's a good question, though. Yes, that does hit, and that damage seems to take as well.
Okay.
All right. Draven, anything else you wish to do on your turn?
That's all the stuff that I can do is bonus
All
action,
right.
action, and use cripple to do a thing. So that's it.
Okay. Next up is the ghosties, which are gonna go ahead and move to where you both are, both Tideborn and Blackstone. Let's see. Sorry, it's been a minute since I've read all this. Let's see. Let's see if this hits first. That is a 21 to hit on you, Draven.
Yep.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Sorry, y'all, my hearing's off today. I'm having some difficulty hearing everybody. Alright, second attack is a 19.
Will also hit.
Okay, and the last one is, I think misses, and that's a 14.
Does Does not hit.
Okay, so with the first two, it's going to be 21 points of damage as this thing kind of, you see its spectral kind of hand almost moving, almost like a slap across your face. You feel that cold, almost ice kind of feeling hitting your face, like when you've been out in the snow and the rare times it does snow in Jorix, or even just traveling
Kind
around.
of damage is it?
It is, good question. It's necrotic.
Okay. I was like, you said cold.
I know.
So I'm like, I'm resistant to
nope, I
cold
was flavoring
damage.
it that
All
way,
right.
but it's necrotic.
Got it.
Yeah, it's necrotic. You feel that just like almost wipe your mind for a second with like any thoughts, kind of leaving you reeling for a moment. But it seems like you're still up. This thing just kind of snarls at you, rising up. The other two, let's see. Blackstone does a 22 hit.
It will.
Okay. Can you go ahead and make a
Saving throw.
Yep. You already
Which
know.
one? Which one?
Oh, it is, I'm so sorry, y'all. It is strength savings throw.
That's a 19.
19. Okay. You feel one of them try to grapple you, and you're just able to kind of shrug it off. This one is going to go ahead and make 2 attacks on you. That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use my reaction for this. Okay.
Okay.
Right at about like a inch away from where the attack would land, a force field appears.
Nice. I love it. What's the force field look like as that appears?
It's just like a flash of gold where the impact is, but otherwise it's invisible.
Oh wait, because of you used your reaction with Tybor's thing, right?
I don't know. Does it use my reaction for that?
Yeah, you won't be able to use it then.
Okay. Because it's not my turn yet.
Yeah, that's not. Your turn is next.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, then it does.
Okay. All right. And the second one. Can you make another strength saving throw? It is going to try and grapple you again.
I
is
just
a
want to
nat
remind
20.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I was going to remind Blackstone that Sparky is there to give you advantage. On
Yep.
things.
Yeah. What was that said?
No, that was a nat 20, so it's fine.
Nice. Okay. Nicely done. Again, is unable to grapple you, but you will from that initial hit. That is going to be 12 points of necrotic damage.
That's what's going on in my brain right now.
And then the other one is also going to try and hit you as well. This one is the charred one that you can kind of see the flames kind of dissipating off of it. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
That one hits.
Okay. Can you go ahead and make another strength save?
Okay. I think I'm going to actually try to remember that I have advantage this time.
Yep.
Okay. So there's one. I rolled the exact same number twice, so we're here. And that doesn't save.
Okay. You feel yourself being kind of locked into place at this time. And almost immediately, as soon as you are grappled, you feel that pin right onto your chest. Adherent.
How many of these things have they used?
They have used, I think at this point, 3 of them. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, this would be the third one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Follow-up question, why are you bullying Blackstone?
All will be
like this
revealed
is a
or
very
not soon. Okay, that is it for its turn. As Blackstone, you are up. You're currently grappled.
Okay, so I'm going to look around the room to just get an idea, get a gauge of where things are in a 30-foot radius. So what do we have here?
So you have, you were just by Aurea a little bit ago, and Tyborn before you tried to leave, and we're heading in the opposite direction. Where Aurea was, there is now a potted plant that's suspended in the air. Just kind of hanging out. You have Tyborn right next to you. Toby is off to your right, about 40, 45 feet back, near the corner, kind of the northeast corner wall, by a crystal, seemingly just got blasted by this dragon that's kind of roaring. And then you have the 3 remnants that are surrounding you. The very center of the room has still this kind of still burning flame from the blast of magic before.
Okay. So I think at this point I would say I'm going to try to take care of this. To be careful. And then I'm going to teleport 30 feet in the direction that Toby's in. As a bonus action.
Okay, yeah, you can easily do that.
Okay.
Toby, you hear Blackstone. You hear, I think at that point, the mud hitting the ground as Blackstone kind of teleports over to where you're at before you actually see Blackstone. Oh, Robo, you're muted.
So they're not being restrained. Right. Okay.
Yeah, Blackstone was able to teleport out of that grapple. So, but you do see this strange kind of looking pin, which you hadn't really gotten close enough the last time to really see it. It was in the distance, and you kind of were hightailing it across the chamber to the crystals. You see what looks like the kind of similar gems that you've been seeing on these creatures, but this is embedded into Blackstone. It's almost like it's attached to him, almost like a parasite, going beyond the armor and just attaching to the stone and what basically essentially makes up Blackstone. Is a part of him at this time, and it seems to be glowing more vibrantly, almost pulsating with the beat of a heart.
So at that point, you would see Blackstone brandish what looks like a ethereal looking blade. It is cobalt color. That they attempt to jam into the stone.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Blackstone, is there anything else you wish? Well, yeah, you teleported over. Is there any, you're gonna try and hit this thing, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack on it.
Me having to roll an attack on myself is the height of God. is a 16 to hit this stone.
Okay, it does hit. And what kind of damage are you doing?
As far as I know, the only kind that it responds to, so I think that's what spirit damage that you had to use.
Correct.
Okay, this one does.
That's what you've been able to find so far. You haven't really had a chance to experiment further on this thing because you just kind of wanted this thing off of you as quickly as possible. Toby, you're on deck, and then Orga, you're up next.
Okay, so that is this number plus, at least these things already do spirit damage, so I don't have to worry about that part. That's nice. I guess it's like, what, a total of 13 question mark?
Okay. All right. What does it look like as you're piercing this thing? Because it's basically, it's right on your kind of upper left. Just under your, like, where your collarbone would be.
I mean, I think it's a very straightforward thing of Blackstone trying to, like, stab at this and try to pierce it. So if it doesn't, he just leaves it there, and you see kind of like the energy of this crystal and the energy of the knife in conflict with each other.
Okay. The blade connects with the pin, and you hear the crunch. You seem to have made a dent in it, but it's still holding fast.
Okay.
All right. Next, we move over to Toby. You just saw Blackstone basically bamf over, mud hitting the ground. Probably look over at you. I'll let Blackstone flavor that, and then pull out the kind of dagger and immediately stab at this pin that has kind of leached itself onto Blackstone.
Okay. Bolita. Fire. And Bolita's gonna fire a flame seed on this
Okay.
thing. That's a natural 17. So 24.
Okay. I got really excited. I was like, whoa!
You
Okay.
dickhead.
Okay. That does hit. Let's go ahead and roll damage.
So that's 4. 12 fire damage to this thing.
Okay. Sorry, I moved sheets. All right, so Blackstone, you're going to take half of that. That's 6. It takes the magic and absorbs it.
Does it break it or anything?
No. Seems to, literally, you see kind of being sucked in. Very similar to, again, first season when you all were messing with the wands underneath. Illipin just seemed to suck in that spell, absorbing it.
Do I have anything I can hit with? I have a quarterstaff, but I'm really not that. God damn it. Okay. I'll. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh my god. Well, that fucks everything up. Thanks a lot, Jordan.
I'm sorry.
Ooh. Oh, it's magic. No. Okay. I'll just hit it with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Black.
I think if I see you doing this, I kind of watch you brandish this and go, this crystal, like, mind you, like, they're like trying to like stab a knife into themselves at the time. It's kind of this seems to only respond to spirit damage or other related things. So I don't know if you have any techniques for those, but they might help.
right as you're saying that, oh, okay. And I just focus myself on the quarterstaff, and I embed it with spirit magic, not spirit magic, which is spirit, and just whack it.
Okay. What does it look like as you're imbuing spirit into your quarterstaff?
It just literally like the wooden quarterstaff, and now that I imbued it with spirit magic, it just swirls, so teal spiraling all around it. And I just flick it and try to whack that thing, the
Okay.
parasite.
All right. Whack at this parasitic stone that has attached itself to Blackstone.
And I'm gonna give it 15
Okay.
spirit points. And to attack it, that's -2. So that's 16.
Okay. 16 just hits.
Okay.
It does take that damage. You see the dent that from the initial dagger piercing in, starting to grow across the stone. It's still being held in place. But you did do a fair amount of damage. Like you see it almost split in two, but it's still holding strong. Seems to be quickening.
I hate this so much. And so that's 15 bludgeoning damage, if that makes any difference.
Okay. Then Blackstone, you'll take half of the bludgeoning damage.
How much was that?
It was 15 in total.
So 7,
Yeah.
8.
Okay.
Okay.
Toby,
And,
anything else?
Bonus action, I'll just grab a feather and I throw it right next to the dragon.
Okay.
And I cast Healing Spirit at 3rd level.
Love it.
And it's gonna take, for right now, it's taking 10 healing on this thing. And I'll just look at Bolita. Bolita, your turn. And Bolita just, with my enhanced bond thing, Bolita just starts glowing more fire around it and just throws like an energy ball to the dragon too, and it gets an extra, where's the D8? 8 HP back.
Love it. I like to imagine that literally flaming up almost at the same time and trying to look similar to the kind of spirit magic that's moving around your kind of staff at this time. That blast kind of ricochets over to the dragon and imbues it with that. So beautiful. Love it. Anything else you wish to do?
I'll just stay there.
Okay. Aurea, our potted plant. So what do you look like?
I am just a very generic potted plant. It's a plant. I think every time she changes into a plant, it's a different potted plant. It's just, I don't know, pot, plant, dirt.
That's April saying, I'm not trying to get into botany today. Like, I'm not trying to get into
I was
horticulture.
looking it up when the game started, and then that was a while ago, and I got distracted, and I closed those tabs on accident, and now I'm just a plant. Bitch, I'm a plant. That's my turn.
Okay.
Plant crashes to the ground.
Kinda, yeah.
I spend a
Do I
turn
fall?
falling.
You were
Yeah, then I
flying,
just
yeah.
spent
You
I spend my turn falling to the ground, crashing, and if that does enough damage, I'll have something next round.
Can you, here, for funsies, can you roll a d8?
It's not a mouse. This is a mouse.
Because veil magic and stuff is weird, so I had a thought.
8.
Okay. You don't go smashing into smithereens, but you do bounce.
Nice.
You kind of...
Theodora will have a nice plant to carry home when
A
this
little
battle
dirt
is over.
spillage.
Yeah, a little dirt spillage, you
That's
know,
fine.
but you're
Maybe
still...
some roots are exposed.
I think Oria's gonna enjoy this next hour of being just chill. She's gonna lay here.
Can't be showing your roots to everybody. That's special.
Roots out. Nap time.
Roots out for Harambe.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. we got a potted plant. Amazing. All right, we are back at the top of the order. Can everyone please roll a D100 for me?
Quick question.
Yes.
If the potted plant takes damage, does that not revert back?
It will, because basically Oria's got a hit point as a potted plant. So, yeah.
Also, I was a stunned potted plant. So.
Yeah. So. Petrified, you could say.
Nah. I wonder what 52 is gonna do to this plant.
Okay.
3 hours later.
All right. 56.
52. I have, or there's 46. 50.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
was
we're all
starting with
close.
Blackstone with the 56.
Okay.
All right, so with a 56, let's see. Ooh, okay. You feel almost like in tandem with this pin that's on the left side of your kind of chest plate at this time. There's a spark of energy. And what I can only describe as like maybe like an electric spark of what could be magic. You are going to be able to do a breath weapon on your next turn from a fire dragon. So you will have a fire breath attack that you will be able to unleash on your next turn. We have a Draven with a 46. You... Tell me this, has Tyborn ever gone flying?
Why would he go flying?
I don't know. I was just asking if he's ever flown.
I'm just
before.
saying. I'm
He's
just
been all
thinking
over
now.
the place.
Now, ships or shore? That is Draven.
Sure.
Flying seems extreme.
You find yourself levitating off the floor. You are doing the Aurea and not having your feet touch the floor right now.
See, this is like, you know, Iron Man is first learning how to use his
Yeah.
jets and he's falling in the air. That's Draven right now. It's uncomfortable. He don't like this.
The amount of Iron Man references coming out of your mouth these days is concerning.
Listen,
What's
it makes sense in context. Why are you hating?
Because hating on Marvel is what I do best. Ooh.
But I know you. I know how much Marvel you used to watch.
Which is why I can hate it.
Ooh, Deodora. It's like the blink dogs around you seem to like all be kind of moving in a pattern of protection. You will be able to re-roll one time on your next turn. Basically treat it as a
One
luck,
time, one
and you're able
time.
to re-roll
Like, for anything?
for an attack roll, for wisdom save. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You will have one
Sick.
ability to do that. Let's see. Aurea with a 52. Can you roll a d4 for me, please? Two. You take 2 points of damage. So I
Wow.
believe you're out. You're potted plant.
Your feet are touching the ground, Aurea.
No, her entire body is on the ground,
You're
face
on the
down.
floor.
Just,
Yeah,
I'm now
I'm
just gonna
saying.
lay on the ground the rest of this.
But you're
Face
no
down, she's
longer
not
a
getting up.
potted plant. Aurea's touched the ground for the first time ever. In
She
this
touches the ground every night when she sleeps.
game, besides sleeping.
Is that touching the ground or is that touching your bed or like a bed roll?
Yeah, I was gonna say this
Like-
is ground.
She rolls off the bed all the time. Like you literally will find her like 3 feet away from the campsite.
So you were one of them children who's like, bonk, and wake people up in the middle of the night, Aurea?
Aurea is that's the part of Aurea that April wishes she has. She just lays down and goes to sleep, and she just sleeps.
Don't we all? Don't we all wish that? Amazing. So you are no longer a potted plant as you poof back to your Munkin Moon Fairy self. And then Toby, you are able to add +10 to your next attack roll.
Nice.
So we're back at the top now as Cribble and Toby have been focusing in on healing this dragon, which outwardly, yes, it has been healing. The energy seeming to close a lot of the wounds that had been kind of festering on this dragon. But the corruption is still holding.
About to say some bullshit, ain't you? You about to add some bullshit on top of here. That's what I thought.
Let's see.
Toby, you might have to do like some restoration shit.
I'm not.
Let's see. Yeah. I need Draven, Cribble, yeah, it's you too, because you're over in the corner. The two of you to make a dexterity savings throw, please.
Draven got a 14, Cribble got a 19.
Okay. Okay. So all of a sudden, the dragon kind of rips its head from the crystal, roaring. More of this kind of corrupted energy shifting around. Deodora, even in your kind of crystal vision, you can feel the ripple effects of something big just moved in the chamber. You can see the dragon form kind of chained up, kind of also shifting slightly, transforming. Draven, you're going to take 18 spirit point damage.
Sure. Great. Wonderful. Fantastic.
Cribble will take 9. And when this blast hits, what's interestingly enough is it almost looks like there's, to everybody else, it doesn't look like there's any kind of blast done in Draven's direction. But Draven, you have see invisibility. You can see this attack hitting. And it just looks like a torrent, a river of spectral energy, of spirits that kind of just seem to come out of this dragon's mouth and for a moment almost bury you in the souls of the lost and whatever this dragon is guarding.
Hey, baby, I think I want to bury you.
That is it for the dragon. Deodora, you're up. Draven, you're on deck.
All right, I'm just gonna keep attacking this.
Go for it, love. Go
motherfucker.
for it. As we shift back into the crystal, Deodora with blink dogs at the ready, going at it on this motherfucker.
Yep. And I am gonna use that reroll.
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay, so dirty 20 and a 22 to hit.
Both hit.
Okay, great. Oh, more than that. Just let me just roll 2d6 when it's actually total is 4d6. That's smart. 27 damage.
27 damage. Theodora,
Mm-hmm.
what threads do you weave as you end this creature's life?
First of all, sick line.
You told me to workshop something, so I've been working
I
on
did.
it.
I don't weave any threads for this creature.
Sure.
I slice every weem that's in the loom of its fate and kill it. Do I sense, as this creature dies, do I sense that the crystal inside, like, it's fine, or is there something else that I still need to do in here?
What happens when the attack hits? Your blade almost weaving just this energy, that pent up kind of memories pushing you forward, the blink dogs at your back. Literally, it just, the spectral figure of this shadow kind of just fades away like leaves in the wind. The blink dogs become unchained. The dragon, much smaller, this one in the vision in this crystal is not its massive self. It's almost like a wormling. And you see its head kind of swivel in your direction. What languages does Deodora understand?
Not many. Shift weave in Gnomish and Common.
Okay. And shift weave. You see more than you hear. The image of the last crystal that the dragon was working on before it seems to have shifted or did something in the other chamber. That one yet to be purified. And that one's chain holding this one's will, its soul, tethered to this corruption. Your work here in this crystal is done, but you have one more left.
Can I make my way over to that one?
Yes, you can.
When I get inside, what do I see?
You basically pop in. You hear the blink dogs basically barking, almost thank yous as you leave too, by the way. Kind of little fanfare as you leave. You see them kind of running around as like the portal kind of shifts around as you find yourself in what appears to be almost water. Your hair's kind of moving. You're floating. It's just your spirit self, so you don't need to worry about breathing. But the water is dark. And deep below you, probably about 40 feet or so, is the very top of this dragon. And you can see these massive chain spiked almost like a collar around its neck, tethered to what appears to be another one of these kind of crystals, stones that you and your group have become well acquainted with at this point. This seems to be the last seed of corruption in this area that is tethering this dragon. The dragon looks exhausted.
Why?
Theodora, can you make a D10 roll for me, please?
3.
3. From the shadows, lifting out. Can you go ahead and describe, since it has been a while, can you describe what your brother looks like?
My brother?
Mm-hmm.
Indigo looks like almost a taller version of Deodora. A little bit more like stern in the face, but very kind eyes. Has like a, like some jagged scars from like going out and doing like hunting and stuff. Some on his face, some on his like arms and whatnot. Shorter dreadlocks than what Deodora has currently. Yeah, they just kind of look like you could tell he's older, but they, like, if people who didn't know them, they would maybe think they were twins, or at least know for sure that they were related.
You see them here, stepping out of the shadows, but their features have shifted, taking on almost more of a blink dog's kind of features. Kind of fangs, ears that seem to be pointed out a little bit further, and a black kind of cloak that's billowing behind them. Doesn't say anything, but all you see in their eyes is just a deep hatred.
There's a hesitation for a moment as, Deodora hasn't seen her brother in a while. And so there's like hesitation, but it's like fear that how did he get caught up in this? And then like confusion because why does he look like that? And then sort of a resolution that like, this isn't my brother. I think she's smart enough to know, like, this isn't my brother. Because even when we fought as kids, it would never be like this. We would always, like, we might, like, wrestle and, like, get into, like, physical altercations, but ultimately we would talk things out. And this can't be my brother, because there's no reason for my brother to be here doing this. Especially not when I just reached out to him in a dream.
Can you make a wisdom savings throw?
Yep. That's not good. I'm gonna use, I have a new, well, it's not new. I have a class feature called Indomitable. It lets me re-roll a saving throw, so I'm gonna use
You also
that.
have that re-roll too that you got from the...
I already used that.
You used it, okay. Yeah.
Wisdom save, 17.
17. It feels like ice shards are piercing your mind. Theodora, you are one that has known fear, but it's never been something to stop you from moving. And you feel it starting to lock up your limbs, and you're just able to shrug it off.
I shrug it off, and then I'm going to, since I killed that creature, I get a bonus action
Yes, you
attack,
do.
and I'm going to attack
Go for
this
it.
fake brother.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Nice. Let's go.
So off the bat, the damage is 6 plus 12, 15. Off the bat, it's 17 damage.
Okay.
Let me roll again. 8, 9. So total 35 damage.
35 damage. Amazing. And you're hitting this with your sword, correct?
Yes.
Wonderful. Takes the hits. There's no grunting. There's no sounds of pain. Just the eyes remaining locked on you. And almost as if you can see the flames of hatred festering even further within them. Nothing else.
I don't care, because this isn't something that it's not my brother.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care if this thing hates me. I have work to do.
Yeah. Amazing. Anything else you wish to do, Deodora?
Nope, that's my turn.
All right, so the camera pulls out of this underwater crystal memory vision of Deodora locked in battle now, as we head over to Draven, who just took a massive blast from the corrupted dragon.
Okay, first of all, fuck this dragon. Second off, is this dragon in the air?
Yeah, it's been flying.
Okay. How high in the air is it?
Right now, it's about 40 feet.
I can't levitate up to it. All right.
No.
Fine. All right. That ruins one of my plans.
And it's the ghosties, Blackstone, and then Toby. You're on deck.
Spell. Yep. Okay. I'm about to do something dumb. All right.
Silly. Do something
wild,
silly. There you go.
not necessarily the best of decisions, but I'm about to do it anyway. Because Cribble is small and he can jump high, I'm going to try to give Cribble a boost and to throw him onto the dragon.
Okay, I love this. Go for it. All right. Do a strength check to toss.
Yeah.
You're doing that.
I got a
Lord of the Rings thing.
26.
Yeah, you're Aragorn, Gimli, like tossing him across the bridge. Like
Essentially, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I want Cribble to land on the dragon.
Yeah.
So if that happens, once Cribble lands on the dragon, I'm gonna use my last second level slot, and I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration on the dragon.
Let's fucking go. Okay, what does it look like as you were casting Lesser Restoration?
Cribble's like, stop fucking moving, and just like grabs it, like crawls up on the dragon till it's like right on top of his head, so the dragon can't like yeet Cribble off. Essentially, he's like, this is gonna hurt you more than it hurts me, or probably, and then just puts his hands down on the dragon, and you see him like spread out like a golden light on this thing, hoping to purify it. Hopefully.
Yeah. And you see where the portions of Cribble kind of reaching out for this dragon. It's roaring. It's trying to already buck and try and get Cribble off. But you can see that the magic is starting to take. And you can see reason is starting to come back into its eyes. It's still having that waging of a battle, but it's at least not pointed or trying to attack you or your friends any further at this moment, as the spell does seem to take.
Okay. There's ghosts still left, yeah.
Yep, there are 3 that are still up, and then you've been seeing Blackstone seemingly working with Toby to try and get the pin off.
All right.
So the ghosties are kind of Lily, they're right around you, and then Blackstone and Toby are on your left.
Cool. Then I don't really have a whole lot I can do. So I'm just going to attack a ghost with my
Okay.
trident. It's Magicker. Does 20 hit?
20 does hit, yes.
Wow, that sucks. 8 Magicker piercing damage.
All right, and how much damage? I'm sorry.
8.
8. Okay. It does take that magic. What does it look like as you're hitting it?
I don't know, a trident going through a ghost? He's just like, it looks like almost when Draven is doing his like weapons trainings, like it's just like when you poke at something that's not there, it's kind of like that. He's just pushing the trident through and like, I hope this is working, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't normally fight ghosts.
It's giving.
Usually things that I'm stabbing with my trident are more corporeal.
It's like giving Farmer like trying to pitchfork like this.
They're like ectoplasm, monster goo on it. Like I don't know. Am I doing damage?
Yep,
I don't know.
You are doing damage, which is good.
Is there resistance? And then he's like, if there is resistance, then how? I just saw it walk through like a wall or a person. This is
Welcome to existential crisis with Draven.
essentially this is what's going on in Draven's head right now. And it's like, I shouldn't be thinking about this. I should be thinking about my fucking daughter. I need to get rid of these ghosts now. Anyway, that's my turn.
Okay. All right. And the 3 revenants. The one that looks kind of, I imagine you kind of hit the side of it and now it's slowly turning it to face in your direction. Typhor looking like no more annoyed than less annoyed than before. But it is going to
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I realized that Blitz does not have to be a maneuver guy. It's just a bonus action.
What
So
was
I
it?
can still... Blitz, the ability to make someone else do an attack?
Yes.
That's just a bonus action. It is not a maneuver. So,
Oh.
in that case, who's close to the ghost? Not Theodora. Toby and Blackstone.
No, you're the only one next to the ghosties because Blackstone
fuck.
booked it. Blackstone said thanks and
All
immediately
right.
booked it over to Toby.
Theodora, come on, so you can get into range. So I have someone to flank.
I am in a crystal.
Yep.
Are you still in a crystal?
You can.
Well then,
Oria's within 30 feet. She's on
Yes.
the ground, but she's no
Oria.
longer a potted plant.
Sparky? Oh no, Sparky's helping Blackstone. He's
Oria.
gonna stay with Blackstone.
Oria's gonna use 15 feet of her movement just to stand up, though.
Hold on for
Oh,
a moment.
nice.
So something.
Did Sparky follow me to the place I teleported
No,
to?
Sparky would be right by you still, Draven, because Sparky.
Oh yeah, Sparky can flank with you.
Yeah. There you go.
I'll still okay. Then if I get Oria up, can she get into range of the ghosties?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oria, come
Yo.
on.
I have 45 feet of movement. Where am I going?
Oh yeah, then you
You're
can
heading
get close
over
to the
to Draven.
Yes, I need you.
Immediately
You here.
gets-
You can't attack, but you can move. I give you free movement
Yeah.
essentially. With bonus action.
Draven's currently dealing with 3 ghosties that are on.
But that does use your reaction.
Yeah.
So you know.
I haven't done anything in like 3 turns. So
Well,
this
now
in
you're
and
ready
of
to punch
itself
up some
is-
ghosts.
Yeah, I'm
Congratulations.
okay using my reaction for this. So thank you.
Now you can hit all
She
the
is not
buttons.
touching the ground again.
No, I figured as much. Amazing. All right. Anything else, Draven?
Negative. I'm a meat popsicle.
Okay. So going back then to the ghosties' turns, 2 are gonna try and make attacks on you, Draven, and 1 is gonna try and hit Oria. We're gonna say the flaming one, the one that looks probably the most wrecked, is gonna go for Oria on this one. So Draven does I think a 16 misses.
I won't hit.
That will also miss. That was a 11.
About fucking time you missed me. Draven ain't looking too hot right now, y'all.
Okay, that is another miss. That was a 15. So the first one like just whiffs. It's just like, wait, what? But yeah, you just are able to kind of block it.
Like, how am I blocking a ghost with my shield? I don't understand.
And you see this kind of energy just kind of almost act like a force field out towards you. Amazing. Next, the other one is gonna try. Nope. That was a 2. So plus his hit is a 9. So that's a no. Okay, 21.
Me?
Yeah.
To who?
On
Yes.
Draven, this is the other one that was
My AC is 18.
okay. Okay. So 2 hits on you, and that's gonna be 15 points of necrotic damage. As like its claw just kind of sweeps
Not
across your back.
Not great at all.
Oof.
That's not good. No more of that.
Nope. All right. The next one is gonna go for Oria. This one is currently flamed. He's gonna
Cool.
go ahead and make several attacks. The first one is a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Second one is a 14.
That does not hit.
Okay.
Just because it's flaming doesn't make it less homophobic. I just want you to know that.
No, I figured as much. I thought that was already established. So,
Okay.
yeah. See, same page. Okay, that is going to be 12 points of necrotic damage to you as its claw just kind of, as soon as you come into its kind of range, it's just like, and just scratches at you. It kind of as you're probably just about to get your quarterstaff up.
Looks at Draven. You should have left me on the floor.
And the camera will pan over to Blackstone.
Blackstone is going to continue trying to deal with this particular thing. Okay. So the attack on, the crystal that's kind of embedded into myself at this point, is a nat 20.
Let's go. Okay.
That's on your bingo card, by the way, folks.
It is on your bingo card.
So that's going to be... How do we do that? Do we just roll this twice, or is it just double damage?
It is your max damage plus a roll.
Okay, max damage plus a roll.
Yep.
So, making an additional roll then. Okay, that is a total of... Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I had to roll 2 d4s because... Oh, I had to roll at least 1 d4 for the extra spirit damage, I think. So, that is a total of... 8 spirit damage.
8 spirit. What's the total damage?
Total damage is 13 piercing damage, 8 spirit damage.
Okay, so you take half.
Okay.
This thing still holds. It's hanging on by a thread.
Okay. So I'm going to take the other 10 feet of movement and get as close to Toby as I can. And then I go, this part is very important. I cannot do any more spirit damage to this than I currently have so far. It'll probably take me a while. So if something happens to me, please take me to Jorix. And that's where I end
Robo,
my
you're
turn.
muted.
Also, you are muted at the moment.
Can I respond to that, or
Yeah, you have a free action to respond.
I won't let anything happen to you?
When you, as you're looking at Blackstone, what you see is like the normal, like kind of blue light that you're used to seeing from Blackstone, in addition to whatever other colors is really dim at this point. The movement of energy through the different veins that you can see through the stone of their skin seems to be moving slower. And I will let you do with those details what you would like to. But I'm going to end my turn right there.
Blackstone, can you make a spirit savings throw for me, please?
$21.
You move over to where Toby is and have that conversation. And in stark contrast to Toby, you've seen that vibrant light that Blackstone normally has. Seems to be dulling. And the pin, even though it's wrecked, barely hanging on, you can see portions of crystal are kind of falling to the ground as Blackstone is moving towards you. There's a click. And Blackstone falls to the ground.
I imagine they fall into my arms.
They are limp, their eyes are dulled. And the gem is still pulsating, seemingly alive. What do you do, as it is now your turn?
They fall into my arms. And Toby's just... For a second there's just panic. Going, all the red sirens are lit. And then it's just grief. And then it's just... I can't let this happen. And he embraces Blackstone. I won't let you go. And I cast Revivify on them.
Okay. We are going to shift into a revivification ceremony as you are now trying to latch onto Blackstone's soul. What are you offering at this time, Toby?
First of all, before I forget, because it's right here. Cribble moved into the dragon space, right, to cast Lesser Restoration.
Yes. Cribble is currently on the dragon's back.
Okay, my spirit is right there, so they'll get 10 hit points back. And, what does Toby offer?
Yeah. As a reminder, we've had now several revivification ceremonies where you have acted as, or another individual has acted as an anchor to try and bring them back from this crystal, from death. And at this time, you're reaching out.
I'll offer my in-game turns. I'll offer my energy. I'll offer a 4th level spell slot that I can't use ever again.
Spell slots in games often represent knowledge or memories. What memory are you offering up?
When I first transformed into the owlbear.
What did it feel like? What did it look like when that first happened?
It was excitement. It was exhilarating. It was like being home. It was like I feel right. Acceptance. lose that, and I forget that for a moment there, for a while, I accepted myself.
I think
And
you
I
took
lose
the...
that.
Oh, go on.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
And I lose a little bit of that confidence that was always with me.
There have been times where you've questioned yourself, especially a lot recently. But in spite of all that, you've been still able to lean on and look to your friends to be that foundation when you don't have it for yourself, to be those wings. So while the memory of turning into an owlbear and a little bit of sense of self and confidence may be lost, the kind of bond of what brought you into that memory, of the friendship, the loyalties, the cheesecake, and other ridiculous memories you've made up until this point, seem to tether you in this moment. And you feel the magic take. As I'm assuming, and Blackstone, you can't answer this, I'm assuming you want to come back.
There is, you might be surprised to know that the answer is Blackstone does not know. Because at the time that this happened, Blackstone had, the health was low, but it's also like one spirit point. And since that is usually an indicator of where people's mental and emotional health is in this game, for Blackstone, it is a battle between things that their programming compels them to do and whether or not they feel useful to anyone because they were built to do things. So I think this looks like being adrift in what seems to be like an infinite amount of liminal space. There are just things floating in the air or what have you. None of that makes sense. There isn't a sense of where the ground is or where ceilings are. It's in the middle of thinking about how in the middle of a time where a whole bunch of things are happening for Blackstone that still don't make any sense. Carmen is hiding her voice not to be heard anywhere. Their friends are fighting, but they're currently unable to help them. And the last thing that they were able to do for anyone was collapse when they are still in the middle of imminent danger to themselves. And maybe things would be a little bit less dangerous if they weren't there. And it's through all of this that somehow Toby manages to reach them.
Mm-hmm.
So, Toby, what do you say to Blackstone? They're currently, if you could imagine them just floating in the middle of space, kind of curled into a ball. unmute yourself first, please. I would love to hear this important thing you're trying to tell me.
Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Okay. I don't know what happened. I don't think that Toby can imagine anything like that right now. He just lost a lot. And he lost you. So he's just holding you, hugging you, embracing you. And just saying over and over, come back to me, friend. I got you. Come back to me, friend.
I am being summoned. Interesting.
Okay, Jason Derulo.
You
log
summoned
off.
Derulo!
I log right the fuck off. Bye.
Blackstone, if I can ask.
I think what you
go
feel when you feel that you're holding Blackstone in your arms is a bit of static, like where you have grabbed them. Assuming that Toby has body hair, you feel like a prickle of electricity running through the edges of like your forearm hair. How can I be of service?
Blackstone?
That is my designation, yes.
Who am I?
Pablo, motherfucker. Sorry. I just slipped that.
That was Tybor doing the drive-by.
There is a very long moment where, for Blackstone, it looks like the world is coming into focus because things are blurry for a second, and then they kind of sharpen into focus with Toby being in the foreground of things.
And you see that recognition does hit.
When the recognition does, there is a I apologize for ruining your cheesecake. I would like to help you make another one.
Robo, if you're talking, the mic is not picking you up, love.
But it's only
Well, I mean, the
C
captions
because you're
the
coming out
captions
in
definitely
captioning,
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think something's up with your Zoom.
Hello, hello.
There you
There
go.
we are.
I fucking hate Zoom. Could you kindly get up? You're kind of squishing me.
Oh, my apologies. And I kind of get myself upright and kind of help Toby be upright.
I'll say for the kind of sake of brevity that this is still kind of happening in mind. But Toby, you feel kind of Blackstone's soul tethering itself back into place, seemingly. Is there anything else you wish to do on your turn, Toby?
What does that mean? Like, putting back together?
Yeah, so basically the Revivify seems to have worked and has tethered Blackstone back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is there
It's just
anything
there-
else you wish to do at this time?
I'll move the spirit next to Draven, and you'll get 8 HP back. And Bolita's gonna do their thing too, and you'll get 8 more. So 16 health points back. And then Bolita's just gonna throw a flame seed at one of the closest one to Draven. The ghost
Sure.
closest one.
We'll say option B and A are currently kind of pincering him in.
A. Let's go
Okay.
with A. That's 17 to hit.
That'll hit, yeah.
All right, that's 9 flame damage. Flame.
Okay.
Fire damage.
As fire goes in that direction. Anything else, Toby? As Aurea, you're up next. I know you're
the end of my
waiting to unleash, so.
turn. I end my turn.
All right, Aurea. You're no longer a potted plant, and you see Draven at this time is kind of dealing with 3 ghosties. What are you doing?
Start hitting things. Look over. That was really touchy, but we have something really bad going on right now. And I just start hitting things. Ghost 1 who hit me. That's a 15.
That'll hit.
Okay. 6 damage. Action. 24 to hit.
Hits.
For 13. What do I have? God, I don't even know what I have left. I just expected to be. Okay, I have so many key points. Flurry of blows.
Okay. And which one are you hitting? Are you hitting the flaming one or the 2 that are on Draven?
The one that hit me.
Okay, yeah, that's the flaming one. Okay.
12.
Okay. 12
I'm
damage?
guessing does that hit?
No, 12 misses.
17.
That hits.
7 damage.
Okay. Aurea, how...
And I poof.
Before you poof, how do you weave the threads together to unmake this creature?
She has no idea anything about weaves or threads. She punches it so hard that she poofs through it. And as she poofs through the ghost, it poofs out and it explodes.
I love it. Amazing. Okay.
Get flake if you're not here.
I just want to announce to the chat that I got bingo with that poof.
I don't control the poof, Draven. The poof controls me.
That's true. Poof just kind of happens.
I flurry of
interesting-
blows, I poof.
Okay. When you poof, you still find yourself within, interestingly enough, in this chamber, not within the veil. And you can see that several of the crystals around the chamber seem to be lit up with what you can tell already is Deodora's handiwork, kind of spirit signature of having taken care of it. Except for the one that it seems like most of their energy is, which is in the back by the entrance where you all came. You see the revenant that you were just working on dissipating. You see the pin that was attached to Blackstone separating. Still pulsating with some kind of energy, but seems to be off. Anything else you wish to do?
Oh, I'm done.
Okay.
That's all I could do. Head empty, must punch.
Okay.
She's already taken one pin off Blackstone. She's already tried to punch a crystal. This is now the only thing she could do. So she's just doing this.
Yeah.
There's no other focus. Head empty, just punch.
Head empty, just punch. I love it. Okay. At that time, the ghosties that remain, the two that were on you, Draven, seem to dissipate. Whether they were a maid or they disappeared, that's hard to tell. The dragon, for the moment, seems to have chilled out thanks to Cribble. And
A good dragon. Such a good dragon. See, I knew you had it in you. I mean, you had the bad in you, but once we got the bad out, it was all fine.
And you see Deodora in deep concentration right now, communing with the crystal, one of them. You see Toby kind of holding up a still limp Blackstone at this point. What do you do?
Ivan just yeets his trident into a wall.
Okay.
Just rears back and just throws the motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing.
Are we gonna rest or are we gonna go?
Well, Deodora, it's your move. As we go into the crystal, you can
I'm still fighting.
Yeah,
Deodora is
Draven
still
doesn't
fighting.
see Deodora, so his thought is like, we got somebody laying down.
Yeah.
We got somebody who just punched a ghost out of existence. We got a blink dog that's probably like licking his paw now. Like,
Yep.
Are we finished? Or are we through?
Yeah, Deodora, you are deep in battle now with this kind of shadowed, twisted version. I won't say shadow, just twisted version of your brother.
Yeah, fake motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. We'll unleash. I know you're waiting to, so.
Yeah, I am. Okay, that's gonna be a 27 and then a dirty 20 to hit.
Those both hit, yes.
Great. 27 damage.
Go ahead with plus 8 to that damage.
35.
35, okay. Not looking great. It is still up.
Fuck. Let me see if I have any bonus actions I can do.
You can kind of see the shift weave piercing into the sides of this kind of fake form of your brother.
Yeah, I don't have any bonus actions I could take, so come at me, I guess.
Okay. Can you go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Yep. Dex save is gonna be not good. What's my dex? I only got a 5.
Okay. They hold out their hand, and you see this kind of pull of energy, your hair almost pulling in front of you, as it feels like it's gravity is almost pulling you in that direction. Before you're blasted backwards, you're going to take 19 points of spirit damage.
Okay.
From that hit, and you are pushed back about 10 feet. So he's...
Is my But my actual body is
Your
in
actual
place.
body is still where it's at. This is all still spectral hallucination vision.
Okay.
Yep.
And you said 19, right?
Yes. Yep, 19.
I have to do math on a calculator.
No, you're
'cause
so
I'm like, I
good.
don't know. I can't do this.
We'll pan outside, because even though we're kind of not initiative, I'll still like to give it a second. We'll shift back to the camera, phasing out of the crystal. You all see Deodora deep in concentration. Blackstone is down. Toby is holding Blackstone up. Draven, you just threw your sword into the wall, or trident into the wall. What are you doing? The rest of you.
I mean, Draven's having a tantrum right now. And he's just like, fucking fight me! You can't just fucking disappear! Fight me! If you're gonna waste my time, at least have the dignity to die.
Oria poos back. Have you never heard of a ghost before? And then just lays down.
No, I don't regularly fight ghosts.
Oh, you'll get used to it.
And well, I think at that we'll pan back to Deodora now fighting this kind of ghost vision.
I love that there's no concern.
Go ahead, Deodora.
Does a 15 hit?
That will just miss.
Okay, well, I'll add inspiration to it.
Go for it.
Does a 22 hit?
That definitely
I know it
hits,
does.
yes. Yes.
I already know it does. And then a 27, which I'm gonna use Great Weapon Master on that second one.
Okay.
So it's another 22 to hit.
Okay.
So I'll add 10 to my damage.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Let me. 31 damage.
Deodora, how do you weave threads to unmake this imposter?
I just like. I think Deodora's so infuriated by the fact that this thing thought that it could pretend to be. This thing thought it could pretend to be my brother, and that's just not like. Everything else that's gone on, it's awful, but I can deal with it. But the fact that you're pretending to now be somebody who loves and cares about me, and I love and care about them back, is a step too far. And so I definitely like chop the head off, but then also just to make sure it's dead, I like slice it in half vertically from like taint up.
Love it. Okay. You do that, and you see at that moment as that kind of last hit happens, the figure dissipating into nothing. The chain around the dragon's neck sparks with magic and then is also unmade. The room remains dark, but you can feel that kind of oppressive negativity being lifted slowly from within this chamber. Your work seemingly done. But a chill does roll up your spine.
Do I like see anything?
Nothing in the chamber now.
Okay. I think that I'll just like sort of absorb that chill, like remember it, file it away for later, but then I'll drop my concentration on this whole crystal adventure.
Mm-hmm. And you find yourself within the chamber, the main one again, within your body, tired.
Yeah, I come back and Draven's just screaming. It's like,
Yeah.
God, having a fucking mantrum.
Oria's got dirt on her for some reason. Toby is holding up seemingly unconscious Blackstone.
Theodora looks around like,
What did I miss?
yeah. Everything okay out here?
Everything's
Raven
fine now.
grab his trident out of the wall, and as he goes to grab it, he seems to almost get a little bigger. Maybe it's just optical illusion. But the muscles bulge a little bit. He seems almost larger, and it's just pulls it out of the wall with a chunk of wall on it and just swings it to the ground. What's next?
Theodora sees that, remembers her time to getting military training and all those aggro ass dudes too, and it's just like, anyway, y'all want some from the store? Like, can't deal with that right now. It's a lot. Is Blackstone okay?
Blackstone, are you here? This felt like phasmophobia. Are you here?
Blackstone, you hear everybody. It's kind of like they're in a different room almost as you're slowly coming to consciousness. You are exhausted. And you feel different. It's hard to place exactly what that feeling is as you are still getting acquainted to all the different types of emotions and things. But something feels different.
I am present and accounted for.
Happened. You're acting different.
I think many things here tried to kill us. And one attached itself to Blackstone.
Yeah, Theodora saw one of the pins go into, like, before I, like, went into, like, another trance or whatever.
Yeah, you did. And you can still
Yeah.
see as Blackstone is kind of getting up, it's falling to the ground. Still pulsating. Like a heartbeat.
Nope, kick that shit away. Nope. Nah.
Oh yeah, Draven literally just goes over and stabs it and just stirs and stirs and stirs and stirs and stabs and stabs and stabs and stabs and stabs and stabs some more, to the point where Cribble's like, "Hey, buddy, I think you did it. I think you're good."
Hello, 911. Like, I listen to way too much true crime. Red flag.
Can
How is
someone
Dragon
please
Lord?
inform me of our current location?
I forgot where we are.
You're in the Zyrinian Mountains. You're at the top of one of the mountains near basically a forgotten town that has been cursed. This is your stop before heading to Jorks. You came into this room because you were looking for a set of armor, which
Oh yeah.
does not seem to be in this room, and a sword.
Yeah,
Or
we
an
say
arm.
all of that.
Yep.
we say all that. Theodora will go over to Blackstone and say, "I'm sorry I wasn't here to protect you. Are you gonna be okay?"
Oh, this is fine. Besides, there's a settlement near here, I do believe, where there are a number of miners and other things. They should be able to help us with whatever repairs are required. No, there's no one around here.
everyone's dead or gone.
Oh, has some manner of ill befallen them?
I think a lot of things befell them. None of it good.
Well, how are the rest of you?
Physically, I'm perfect. But you see, like, I look mentally exhausted, if that makes sense.
Finally stops poking. It kind of just slows down, and then you just hear the just the chokes of a cry starting there, and he's just leaning on the trident now. It's fine. Everything's fine. Fine.
I don't think that's true, but we don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, at least not now. But I do feel like we're gonna have to circle back to this.
Oh,
at
I
some
believe I've
point.
seen that emotion before. It is sadness, perhaps.
But like in a toxic masculinity way where he feels like he can't show the emotion, so it's just really awkward.
And maybe relief. Did you lose someone today?
You're asking that to Draven? Draven stops for a second, wipes his eyes, and goes, we almost lost you. I didn't protect you.
I don't know if players can ask for this, but I'm going to ask for. I think Draven is the only person who hasn't heard about this particular aspect of Blackstone's background. That Blackstone was found on the side of a mountain a few miles away from a settlement that was at the base of this mountain. And that was a while ago, like maybe like a generation or two's worth of time. So like a good 50 to 80 years. And I think those of you that remember that would know that wherever Blackstone is referencing things is from that time. Well, I suppose I am in need of some repairs. There is I think it's a few days travel from here. There is that city might not be here either, or not accessible to all of you. This is
Talking about Felk,
yes.
we just left there. And it's more than just a couple days.
Trying to get out of here and then go to Jorix. Because we left Falk.
Okay, well, in that case, I suppose we should head to Jorix.
It just feels like this is out of character. It just feels like the start of a song that just will not just start. Like,
Yeah.
like, it feels like blue balls. It feels like blue balls. I'm like, oh my
I
god.
love that it gives Sin a fanfare before Sin actually talks.
Yeah.
You know what it is doing to me? It's like I'm on the other side of this because usually I'm the one dishing this out, and now I'm like, yeah, okay, I see what's happening here.
Oh my god.
Flex him.
Did you come here to retrieve something?
Flex
yeah.
him. Can you roll an insight or perception check?
Okay. That is a dirty 20 on perception.
Okay, thank you.
That's it?
What am I perceiving? Shit, you can't just leave me. Do I smell something weird? Like, what's happening?
I'm literally about to message Sin. Hang on.
Oh, while you do that, can I look at the dragon? How does the dragon look like?
The dragon looks exhausted but calmed. It's not doing loop-de-loops with Cribble right now, but it is kind of like slowly settling onto the ground with Cribble on their back.
This is my second best friend.
I'll approach the dragon and just say, how you feeling?
And what languages do you speak?
Gnomish, Druidic, Cordacea, and telepathy.
You hear in Cortasian back. I'm doing much better, little one. I appreciate your assistance.
Of course. Would you mind? I know you're exhausted, but would you mind? We're looking for a sword and armor. Have you seen it here?
Sorry, was messaging Sin real quick. And you kind of see it kind of recline its head back. And it might be better to reserve my energies. Hang on one moment. And there's a kind of flash of light. And before you is not this kind of spectral spiritual dragon, but instead almost the polar opposite of Javian. This kind of spectral form of what appears to be a it's hard to tell if they're femme presenting or mass presenting person in front of you. Very pale skin. They have what appears to be a small line of like purple, like a light, almost violet line down their forehead. Kind of bright gray eyes with like fleck of white and black in them. Wearing what appears to be robes that Deodora, you would recognize, are shift-weaving in nature, ancient, but interwoven in it is like a tapestry. One side is shift-weaving, and the other side, very much like the doors that you all walked through. Aurea, you would recognize this. Citadel, very interlocked. You can kind of see where buttons that are clasped, almost looking like hands or threads, kind of interwoven together. Appears to be about 6'2", 6'3" in stature. Your question was in regards to the armor and the sword. The armor was taken by another while I was trapped within that crystal. When I came out, I saw all of you. But I did note that there were changes within this chamber. Items that were placed, items that are missing. The sword is not here either, but I can sense it's nearby. The armor I cannot sense.
What is your name?
My name? Cielo. And I'll pop in a chat. It's Cielo. Cielo.
I like Sky. My name is Toby, and that was our mission here. Come back here for the armor and the sword. We kind of need that sword.
Yeah, I kind of need to know where it's at as well. You kind of see the somewhat passive face, a flicker of anger for just a moment. Like each emotion that kind of pops up on their face is literally a beat of a moment. There's a flicker of regret, there's a flicker of anger, there's a flicker of doubt. It would seem that I failed my task as a guardian here. And for that, you have my apologies.
I don't think that you failed.
I was entrusted to make sure that that armor and that sword remain safe and go to the next of the veils chosen. Veil, shift, weave in this moment. And those assets that can often bring harmony, I fear are now at risk of discordance.
You were alone here. So, you tried. And may I introduce to you Theodora?
Are they talking in a language that I understand? Because I think Deodora's like, if not, Deodora's just hanging out.
I think the main conversation has been courtation, but every now and then you've seen Cielo or this person look in your direction, Theodora, look in your direction, Oria, look in your direction, Tyborn, kind of pausing for a moment, almost like with a question on the air, and then taking in
the tantrum.
and then looking over at Blackstone. Mainly courtation, but every now and then there has been kind of shift weave. You would have heard that being mentioned.
So it's like, Theodora.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, and it's like, look over.
You're like, that
Did
bitch
you
is
call
talking
me?
about me. Did that bitch talking about me? What the fuck that bitch say?
Did you call for me, Toby?
They probably should get to know you because, well, I'll let you explain. And I turn to Cielo.
Who's explaining what now?
So I'm guessing you are the chosen that was sent my way?
I don't know about that. Maybe.
He kind of doesn't approach you, but you kind of see him cocking his head from side to side. Not sizing you up, but just seemingly trying to take you all in. Well, you came here for what exactly?
We were told there were items that would help us.
The armor and the blade.
Yes. And that they shouldn't fall into the wrong hands. So we came.
Then apologies, for I have failed you as a guardian.
I don't sense any failure here. I sense trickery and deception. You can't win every battle, especially not when you're here by yourself.
That may be true, but doesn't help anybody to wallow. Is your friends, as he kind of corrects himself looking between Blackstone and Tyborn, are they well?
Blackstone seems, I think something happened, but I'm not sure what. Tideborn, Theodore glances over to Tideborn and then like sort of leans into Cielo. It's like, I think something happened to him too, but I don't like. I'm very I think I might be more concerned because when I came out of my trance, I just saw like very toxic behavior.
Do I get the indication from watching the conversation that he is, or that the dragon is talking about me at the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
See me looking at you with a question on the air.
Raven's too busy wallowing to care, but Gribble notices.
Maybe of some kind of service to you.
I can hear the auto-tune in the background. Sorry. Cielo will pause for a moment. Maybe it's best if we take a rest for right now. You all can make sure you're okay before we decide next moves.
Oh, is this a safe place to do so?
Now that the corruption, at least in this chamber, has lifted, yes. At least within here, yes. Outside of this chamber? Or it's like, I'm fucking going to bed.
Oh,
Or, yeah,
well, that
who
will be
was-
good. That will give me time to do some kind of diagnostics check on my systems.
I would like to long rest now.
Okay, you're gonna rest. Okay.
Ori has checked out of this. The sleeping bag is around the feet. The head is on the ground.
Okay.
Oh, actually, this would be a good question. Do any of you happen to know of Rory?
We should set up camp if we're gonna get into that.
Oh, okay. I can help. If it helps for you to know, that is my maker. It would probably help if things need to be corrected to go and talk to them.
Yeah, we know who they are. We should set up camp.
Okay, I think I have instructions for this.
And then Theodora looks at Cielo like, this is what I'm talking about, like with Blackstone, like something happened. But also, So, is the armor and the sword they're gone then?
I can sense that the armor, at least, isn't anywhere in the vicinity. The sword, though, and you kind of see him closing his eyes and spreading his hands out. Almost like when you're kind of looking on a map, looking at the whole picture. The sword's nearby, though. Whoever took the armor was unable to get the sword.
Well, I guess that's a silver lining.
I would say so. Anyone that got that sword, well, wouldn't be too difficult to go into the Veil or shift weave.
Yeah. I just want to let you know, I'm just going to borrow it and then I'll bring it back.
You are the
I don't need to
chosen,
keep it.
so it is
I don't know
whatever
about
you wish.
I think Theodora, like, knows what they're talking about, but it's like, that's a little too, like, not that she's, like, shirking off responsibility, but it's just like, that's a lot.
That's a lot to put on you, and
Yeah.
you had just been kind of following a goddess's request with this, so whether you choose to take on that role is up to you, but at least in the eyes of this Cielo, this being, because of that, and the fact that you helped here, they deem you friendly. This is a safe space, etc.
I don't know if helping requires a title.
He kind of just nods, almost knowingly. It's one of those nods of like, sure, okay.
Okay, Jan.
Okay.
Sure, Jan.
Okay. Isn't gonna tell you how to feel, isn't gonna tell you how you should identify whether you take on that role or not. It's just kind of like, okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Oria's knocked out.
I know, Oria's knocked out. Passed.
Oria's getting that full 8.
Toby, Blackstone, Tideborn.
I'm doing what I can to help. I'm doing what I can to help prepare things. Like, just, does everybody have places to sleep relative to their height? Like, trying to find places, like, trying to clear out rubble if, like, things have, like, created rubble and trying to make places that are easier for them to sleep because they are flesh beings and I am not one of those. So like the most basic of basic considerations of all, for all practical purposes, I am hotel housekeeping.
Oh, nice.
I leave a tip.
The worst part about this is that you're doing all this work and Draven just finds a wall, leans up against to it, kind of like knees to chest, puts his shield down, puts his trident down, and just bows his head and falls asleep right there.
You're gonna have no lumbar tomorrow.
Oh, it's gonna be all bad.
Yep.
Draven is like 50-something years old. This is not the smartest idea right now, but yeah.
I think if sometime at the end of that preparation, Blackstone is done and sees you like that goes, I feel like that's going to be incredibly uncomfortable for you.
He just goes, I'm sorry. And then just moves back into the same position. And then Cribble's just like, hey, when he's like this, you just let him. Tomorrow he's gonna be like, I'm a bad friend. I should be better to the people around me. This is a phase that he goes through periodically when he gets into a slump. He's missing his kids.
Getting the auto-tune, I could hear it.
Have I met them before?
Oh my god.
Boy, no, you haven't.
It is always someone concerning and someone endearing to see parents who are concerned for their children.
I think there's a moment where Cribble looks at Blackstone, but then turns and looks at Toby. I know about that spell that you used. Did you miss a material component or something. Like, it'll still work sometimes when you do that, but like, something's not right here. Cool. All right, well, we'll deal with that later then. Good night.
Good night.
If you look over at Oria, which will probably also drive Blackstone crazy, she's full on toddler asleep. Like, spread, one leg is like across a piece of rubble, so like one leg is propped up on a rock. But she's young enough that this is not going to affect her. She's still gonna, but she also flies, so she doesn't need a spine.
Draven's gonna
Really.
pop like a bowl of Rice Krispies.
Full on drool and everything.
A bowl of Rice Krispies.
He's gonna sound like some silly putty when you see it.
Yep.
I think after checking in on everyone, Blackstone just takes a place next to the dragon to sit and just watches everyone sleep for a while.
Yeah, Theodore finds a place to curl up next to Oria's flailing body.
Oria, like, the second you go to lay down, she will, like, instinctively move
Sure.
around. Then you
Oh,
get
okay,
slapped
let
in
me-
the face at some point.
Yeah, try
Let me
it.
put
Always
this-
has to be
let me put
touching
my-
Deodora in
Yeah.
some capacity. Like, yeah.
Like, full on hand face.
Oh, okay.
You all settle
Yeah,
in.
full toddler.
You can tell Cielo is kind of keeping an eye on things right now. All of you find sleep. Long rest.
And we level up.
Quick,
Mm,
before
so
she.
I hit the button, she can't take it back.
Nope, you
Yeah.
can long rest.
And I leveled up.
Nope,
Yay.
not yet.
God damn.
Love leveling up.
Had to try.
I know. the sad thing
I'm
is
used to
going-
this happening to me, so
level 20 character.
No.
Let's go.
Blackstone, as you're kind of sitting there watching your companions, the memories, all of them are right now kind of out of order, but they're there. Right now it's kind of like puzzle pieces slowly fitting back together. Do any thoughts enter your head?
Well, I think it's like kind of like a system check. So like there's still like a booting screen, and there's just like a line after line after line after line of like this impossible to read code of things. So there's things like, what world are we in? What time period are we in? What people have they run into? What events have happened? The composition of what their body is like, and if everything physically is there, the composition of their clothing, and if all of their clothing is there, if items they have are missing. And then there is, because of how they're structured, things like, what state is your mind in? What state are your emotions in? What state is your like spirit capacity in? Is there anything broken or missing? Are there error messages?
Previously in the past, when you've done these checks, you've always spoken to your programming. And that name of that programming is in your mind. And it doesn't seem to respond. Nothing. You can feel that while you feel a little bit hollow, you're otherwise fine. Tired. But you're still here. You weren't sucked into the crystal.
I think there's a point where the events start to realign themselves. And when I get to what the name of the programming, as it were, was, you said there is not a response here?
Correct. If you're just reaching out as basic programming, unless you call it by name.
Mm-hmm. So I think at that point, that would be the moment Blackstone goes into their mind and says, Carmen?
And as you do in your mind, you find the chambers that once held Carmen are gone. And there is no response. You, at this moment, are the only person in control of this body. And that is where we're going to end today.
Jail, prison, penitentiary.
Thank you all. I know we went really long, but there was a lot going on that we... it's been 3 weeks. We wanted to get back together. Thank you all so much. Let's go around and do our outros. Who you are, where we can find you, and any announcements you might have. I'm going to start in reverse order with Fair.
Hi, I'm Farron. You can find me at Suing Jordan's Ass. Hi, I'm Farron. I've been Deodora, your Battlemaster Fighter. You can follow me on socials at Fairbear. You can find me here most Saturdays, 3 p.m. Eastern, for more of this game. You can also hear my voice on Taking Initiative Season 3. It is a Pathfinder game called Sword and She, set in a homebrew world. And I have some other projects and stuff coming up, so you should just follow me on Twitter mostly. And also follow me here on Twitch, because sometimes I stream, and I've been playing Hades. I've been having fun.
Amazing. April.
Hi, I am April. I was playing Aurea. You can find me on the internet as April Raygun. I got stuff. Follow me online. I don't know where I am.
Amazing. Robo.
I am Robo Goblin. You can find me everywhere at TTRP Kips, and I'll see you later.
Awesome. Blackstone, Sin.
Said in the most pleasant voice after the most unpleasant of these things. Because, I don't know, betrayal is a thing that we do here sometimes. So, hi, I am your resident, betrayed robot, who is currently going to have to figure out what to do when, I guess, parts of myself are missing at some point in a future episode. You can find me here on Twitch on occasion, except for this month where I'm taking just like the slightest bit of a break. But Thursdays I rant with the Major Linux crew about the tech industry in games and things, and I am here on Saturdays as Blackstone, for better or for worse.
Thank you, Sin. And Dimples.
Hello, everyone. I am Prince, aka Amir Hamza, aka Dimples and Dice. I have been playing Draven Tideborn, the angriest captain in all of the lands right now. You can catch me tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time over on the Playmats channel. I'll be doing more D&D and playing another angry sad boy. It just so happens that way that this character ended up in this arc while this other thing is going on. But it's different, sad, angry boy there. Just come watch. He's dealing with some different trauma. Because he's not the same good guy, dad of the group. So it's not affecting the group the same way in that game. I like this character a lot. And the people I'm playing with are dope. We've been making this work. It's going to be our second session, so come see us tonight. And then, much like others said, I have stuff happening soon. Please come watch my socials. I'll be live over on Jesus Christ, Laugh Love Lindy's channel on Wednesday around 8:15ish for some good society. We're getting into our final arc of that show. Things are going bad. The as my character calls them, the pores are rising up to come and get us. Which we deserve it. We deserve it. So come see how that plays out.
Amazing. Thank you.
Also, fuck off, fair.
Thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. Let me go ahead and pop an array call into chat as we are going to continue our fun. If you were looking for something else to go and watch tonight, head on over to Gremlynnart as they're having their penultimate episode of Last Hope God Killer, which is going to be phenomenal. And yeah, we're going to get out of here, y'all. Thank you so much. We'll be back here next week with more shenanigans and seeing what's going to happen with this group. But from all of us to you, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time from Beyond the Veil. Bye, everybody!